Alright guys, so I'm going to show you here real fast how you can grow your Plan X faster than normal, alright? So there's going to be two different types of things that you can do. For this plan right here, we're going to leave it regular, nothing changed, alright? And for this plan right here, we're going to shovel it. And for this plan right here, it is inside of a greenhouse and we're going to shovel it, okay? Now currently, as you can see, it only has a greenhouse effect of 75%. And I've only seen it been able to reach 150% for some random reason. Only because it's a 1x1, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. But it'll go from 75 to 150 at different times, okay? So, I have the growth of crops currently on 0 right now. So I could just get everything in here and they shouldn't be growing at all. So that everything will be based at 0 once I restart my single player server, and I'm going to put it at 200, and then I'm going to time all of them, and you guys are going to see for yourselves which one grows faster, okay? Obviously this one's going to grow faster than this one because it's being shoveled, and then obviously this one is going to grow faster than this one because it's going to be shoveled and inside of a greenhouse, okay? So now that you guys know what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and shovel both of these. So they have their plus 30% growth bonus. All right. There we go. And then I guess we'll leave that open. We don't need to close it. And then I'm going to rewind the time just a little bit, real fast, to, we'll say, 2 p.m. Okay, so 2 p.m. on the dot. We'll see if this has 150% now. It probably won't, but if it doesn't, 75% is still good enough. All right, looks like it's not, so we're fine. We're just going to go ahead and leave the server and turn the crop growth to 200, and then we're going to join back and you will see how fast they grow. All right, so let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so here we are, and we have all 3 of our plans, and you can just watch them. As you can see, the one in the greenhouse has gotten to the next stage, and neither of these two have gotten to the next stage yet. All right. As you can see, the greenhouse has gotten to the 3rd stage now, and now this one has gotten to the next stage. This one is actually completely done, and these 2 are still not done yet. So we'll just continue to sit here and watch this and wait to see how long this one takes, and also this one. Now remember, this first one is with nothing. That's just basic. The second one is with only the shovel, so it gets a 30% increase. It is still not done. It's a growthling. This one has been done. That one had the 75% growth from the greenhouse and also the shovel. Now this one has finished. This one is not done yet. It is a growthling, okay? So we'll wait to see when that one finishes. And it has finished. I believe that's finished. Yep. Okay. So as you guys can clearly see, the one with the greenhouse and the shovel finished way before these 2, and this one took a lot longer. Now, this is 200 crop growth. Originally on all of your official servers, it will be 1 crop growth, okay? And what that means is, let me tell you this first. So originally, before the aberration map released, it would take 12 hours for your Plant X to grow fully. From planting it all the way until finished. 12 real hours, okay? Now they cut that in half. After they released Aberration, they did a few things. They cut it in half, so it's now 6 hours, and also it takes a 70% decrease damage from fire arrows, alright? Now tech rifles still do the same amount of damage, but fire arrows will do a 70% decrease of damage. So for example, we'll just throw out some random numbers. Obviously, a fire arrow doesn't do exactly 100 damage, but let's say it did do 100 damage. Well, now it only does 30 damage instead of 100. That's a 70% decrease in damage, okay? So, you know now that they take 6 hours instead of 12, and the fire arrows do 70% less damage, all right? But with this being 6 hours, so the base time, if you give that a 30% increase, okay, so as you can see, it has a harvest bonus of 20%, but that's after your things are grown, all right? That's after they're fully grown, they give you a harvest bonus, but they give you a growth bonus before the plant inside of it is grown. Okay, so with the 30% growth, what's that going to be? Let me do some math real quick. So if we do 6 hours, and we divide that by 10, that's going to be 0.6 per, all right? And if we take away 3 of those, so 0.6 times 3, that will be 1.8, all right? So that removes 1.8 hours from this 30% increase with the shovel, all right? So that would be 6 minus 1.8, and that's going to be 4.2 hours for this one. So you have 6 hours for this one, 4.2 hours for this one, and then I'm not exactly sure how I would perform the math with this. I don't know if I would add the 75% greenhouse effect with the 35 or the 30% growth bonus, or if I would do them both separately, or if that would even equate to a different thing. Let me do some math real fast, and I will get right back to you guys and let you know. Alright guys, so I figured out the math and how I'm supposed to do this, okay? So, if it has a greenhouse effect of, well, currently it has 150, but if it has a greenhouse effect of 300, which is going to be the max, then what I'm going to do is just take these 6 hours and divide it by 3, alright, being 300%, and therefore that will be 2 hours, but also I will have to minus 30% of those 2 hours because of the shoveling that has a growth bonus of 30%, and that will equal 1.4 hours, all right? And I did the math backwards as well, so what I did was 30% of 6 hours, and then I also divided that by 3 for the 300% total greenhouse effect, and that will equal 1.4 hours as well, okay? So for the starting one, the base, you have 6 hours. For this one, you have 4.2 hours with the shovel and the growth of 30% only. And then with this one, like I said, with the greenhouse of 300% effectiveness and 30% growth, increased growth percentage from the shovel, it will be 1.4 hours, all right? So like I said, 6 hours for your base, 4.2 hours for the shovel only, and then with the greenhouse and the shovel, you have 1.4 hours if it is 300% greenhouse effectiveness. Now, if it's 150% greenhouse effectiveness, then what I would do is do 6 hours divided by 1.5, all right, and then that's 4 hours, okay? And then we will multiply that, or multiply that by 0.3 for the 30%. So that would be 1.2. So 4 minus 1.2, that will equal 2.8 hours. So that's with 150% growth effect or greenhouse effect, okay? So that's going to be the math that you're going to have to do. But you can basically just say, if you have the 300%, then like I said, 6 hours, 4.2 hours, and 1.4 hours. So if you do both of these, the greenhouse and the shovel, you're going to get your Plant X very, very fast compared to both of these. Anyways, guys, I hope this helps you guys out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this to someone else that could utilize this help. And I will see you guys next time.